When I tell you the name of the next story, you won't know anything about its content. You won't be able to guess even just what it is going to be like. But I do think you will like it. And the name of it is, What Does It Profit Me? Now, you don't know anything about it, do you? Then just keep listening, and soon you will know why we called this story by that title. As our story begins, it is early evening in the Baldwin home. Jeff and his sister Margie are playing a game of Chinese checkers with Jeff's friend Jim. Their parents are relaxing with the evening paper.
It's your move, Jim.
I know. I'm studying it. Margie just spoiled the move I planned to make. Oh well. I'll move here. It's your turn now, Jeff.
Watch this. Jump, 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 jump.
Oh, look at
that.
Oh, Jim, why did you let him do that?
I never saw it. I'll get him next time. It's your move, Margie.
Okay. There.
And here I go. 3 jumps.
I'll beat that. I go right in.
How could you do that? You were back here.
So?
You couldn't get in there, Jeff. How could you get over these men?
Easy.
Take that move again and let's see how you did it.
Ah, come on. I can't even remember where I was.
It was right here. Come on, Jeff. You know you were cheating.
Boy, that's dirty. I never thought you'd cheat like that.
Oh, don't get sore about it. I was just kidding.
Yes, you were. It's cheating in my language.
You wouldn't like it if we cheated like that.
I wasn't cheating. I wasn't serious. Come on, play the game.
Children, please don't quarrel over a game.
What's the trouble, Jeff?
He's trying to cheat.
I was
Well,
not.
either get along together or put the game up.
Take your turn over again, Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff, before you go to bed, I'd like to talk to you. Did you really cheat in that game you were playing?
No, I was just fooling with them.
Well, were you playing honestly, Jeff, according to the rules?
I was just...
Yes or no?
Well, no, but...
Then you were cheating, weren't you?
I don't see why you're making such a fuss about it. It was just a game.
Then if it was just a game, why did you take it so seriously? If you lose, Jeff. If you can't be honest in little things, you won't be honest in big ones. Where will this lead you?
But, Dad, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just fooling with them.
Why? Would the game be worth playing if you all broke the rules? Now, Jeff, you're setting a pattern that will be hard to break, and it'll bring many heartaches. You think it over. Good night, son.
Good night. Good night, Mother.
Good night, Jeff. Jeff, I'm very sorry about tonight. I like to be proud of you, and I can't be when you don't do right. No matter what you say, you know that God was displeased with what you were doing. And Jeff, I'm still praying that you will realize that you need God and that you will ask the Lord Jesus to save you from sin.
Okay. Good night, Mom. Look, Mom, I got my history test back. Not bad, is it? I got the second highest mark in the class.
Well, how did you ever do that? You were so worried about passing it after losing so much time with that ear infection. How is it the rest of the class didn't do so well?
I don't know. They didn't study, I guess.
But you didn't really have time to study. You've only been back in school for 2 days. Wasn't the teacher rather surprised about it?
Yeah, she was, kinda.
Hello, Mother. Say, Jeff, is Miss Steele interested in you? She stopped me after school today and asked me all about your absence. She's your history teacher, isn't she?
Yeah.
She wanted to know if you were well enough to study when you were home.
What did you tell her?
I told her how sick you were and that you didn't have your book home anyhow. Maybe she'll be a little easy with you. Did you have your test?
Yes, yesterday.
How did you do?
Look, it's the best he's ever done in history.
How did you ever do that?
It wasn't hard.
Say, if you have any homework, children, you'd better get at it right away. Carl, I'm upset about that history test Jeff took. He has never done so well. After losing so much time from school, it seems unbelievable that he could get almost a perfect mark. His teacher seemed to be concerned about it, too. She stopped Margie and asked her about his illness.
He never was too good in history.
That's what bothers me. Do you suppose he cheated somehow?
I'd hate to think that of him, but still, we'd better look into it. I'll call him. Jeff,
Yes, Dad.
would you come here a minute, please?
Yes.
Son, I've been looking at your history test, and it's mighty good. Did you find it easy?
Well, sort of.
You must have missed a lot of this while you were sick, didn't you?
Yes, but I had time to read it.
That would hardly help you enough to answer these questions. If I asked them, could you answer them now?
I don't know. Maybe I could.
Did you get any help with them, Jeff?
Maybe. Maybe I needed help.
But why would you do that?
I didn't want to flunk it. It doesn't matter. Everybody does it. I'll bet there isn't one kid ever graduates without cheating.
Jeffrey!
Well, it's true. Besides, I didn't cheat like you think I did. Another kid took the test in the morning, and at lunch hour he told me the questions, and I studied them. I took the test right after lunch hour.
Was that honest, Jeff?
I can't see where it's so bad. It's not
Are you sure you didn't get some of the answers from him?
I still don't see why you're making such a fuss about it. Everybody does it.
Maybe a lot of the kids do cheat, but it's still wrong. It's sin, and your sin will find you out. I promise you, Jeff, that if you don't repent and get right with God, you will regret it. You'll never prosper the way you're going. And you are wrong. Not everybody cheats. There are some honest people. I'm going to have to punish you for this, Jeff. When your pals go for a hike Saturday, you can stay home and really study your history lesson.
But above all, Jeff, you need to confess to God that you are a sinner and ask Him to have mercy on you through Jesus Christ. Jeff was miserable all day Saturday. He had counted on the hike with his friends. But even so, he was not ready to come clean with his teacher or with God. A few weeks later, he came home from school excited about an essay contest.
Dad, it's the greatest thing. The contest is open to everyone in the school, and we can write our essay on any subject we choose. The winner gets a trip to New York, a whole week to see the fair and everything else. I just gotta win.
Well, there's no reason why you shouldn't, Jeff. You're capable.
It sounds wonderful, Jeff. What will you write about?
Something I'm really interested in. Probably wildlife. I've read plenty of books on it. Can you get me some more books and articles to study, Dad?
I'll bring home anything I come across, Jeff.
I'm really going to work on this. I'll write and rewrite until I'm sure it's the best.
I just know you'll win, Jeff. You're already the best writer in school.
Are very many students entering the contest?
Not too many. Of course, the kids have a week to decide. There might be more later.
Oh, I hope you win, Jeff. A trip to the fair would be so good for you, and there are so many wonderful things to see there. And just studying and preparing this essay will be a marvelous experience.
I've gotta win, and I'm really going to enjoy trying.
I suppose Jeff's in his room studying for his essay. The boys are really put out because he hasn't been coming out for baseball. Jim asked him if he expected to win the Nobel Prize or something.
It will be over soon. I'm just pleased to see him applying himself like he is. It's nice to see what he can do when he applies himself.
He's learning a lot, too. He has become an authority on wildlife. You have read some of what he has written, haven't you, Dad? Is it good?
It's very good, Margie. I'm proud of him. It's going to be a fine article when he's through.
Oh, good. I don't know how he could stand it if he didn't win. He has given up a lot of fun to work on it.
If a thing is worth having, it's worth working for. It's not just fatherly pride, but the other kids will have to come up with a mighty good essay to beat Jeff.
I'm so excited, Carl. I can hardly wait until the children get in to tell us who won. I feel certain that Jeff won, but I'm eager to hear it.
I've been thinking about it all day. That's why I worked it so I could get home early. This means a lot to Jeff, and I'm convinced that he earned it. Margie is certain he'll win.
Here she comes.
Mother, Dad, you'll never guess who won the contest.
You mean Jeff didn't? Who did?
George Reamer. He never got more than a C in English. None of us kids can figure out how he won.
Was his essay good?
Yes, it was real good. But none of the kids can understand how he did it.
Wasn't the teacher surprised?
She didn't seem to be. She said it showed what a student can do when he makes up his mind to work. Here comes Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. I hear you didn't win, but you get an A for effort. I'm proud of you, son.
Don't feel too badly about it, Jeff. There'll be more contests. You're bound to win.
I feel a lot better than I did at first. When I heard that George won, I was so mad I could hardly hide it. The hardest thing I ever did was to smile and congratulate him. You see, that essay he wrote was written before. I read it at his house in a British magazine. It was so good I couldn't forget it. It was by Noel Campbell, the famous English author.
But didn't you say anything about it? That isn't fair.
No, that's against the rules. I knew you were better than he was.
Well, when I got George alone, I told him I had read his essay before, in a magazine.
And what did he say?
He just winked at me and said, "If George Reamer can help you with history, Noel Campbell can help George Reamer with English." He's right, I guess.
Oh, he's the one who helped you with that history.
This is a rough blow, Jeff.
I know, Dad. At lunch hour, I went off by myself and thought it all out. I remembered your warnings and pleadings about cheating. I realized I got just what I asked for. What did it profit me to cheat on the history test? I've lost more than I gained. It hurts, I can't deny that, but I'm not mad about it. I confess my sin to God, Dad, and ask Jesus Christ to save me.
Oh, God bless you, Jeff. I'm so glad to hear that.
And I am too, son.
Now I see what a fool I've been. I never figured on losing so much.
Cheating is a losing game, Jeff. You never win. Well, the temptation to cheat may come many times, but if you are willing to be honest, the Lord will give you the power to be honest. He not only saves, he also keeps.
I'll remember that, Dad. Right now I feel sorry for George. He won the trip to New York and the fair, but there won't be any satisfaction in it. And then one day it will backfire on him as it did on me. Then he'll know, too, that it didn't profit him anything.